Many are the unforgettable features that place Cross River State at the indisputable pinnacle of African safari world. The state's rich natural heritage, the startling varieties of landscape, its inspiring scenarios, the sublime culture, its remarkable history, people and cities. The capital, Calabar, has always been known to have one of the richest histories in sub-Saharan Africa. Guests can either begin or end their tours in this beautiful and hospitable city in Nigeria. If you are a people's person and you feel like catching a glimpse of the local culture, or perhaps you are more interested in the history and would like to know more about the people from its rich historical past.
What I like is the most is the people, and they are quite warm, and the weather is equally warm, and it could be a much more better tourist spot, because if they do up a lot of things like the Marina Resort, the TINAPA Resort, if they make that up, I think it's going to be a far more better tourist spot, because it is already known since number of years as the tourist hub or tourism hub of Nigeria.
It's my first time in Calabar, and I heard a lot about Calabar, and that is what has brought me here, as I'm from a travel part. So it was very important for me to see what Calabar has to offer. I'm very happy to see the youth. I really like the youth power over here. The youth is quite different than other parts of Nigeria. They are more welcoming. They are very nice to talk to. And I would please the government that make good use of them. Give them a good exposure so they can prove themselves, because they are the tomorrow. And of course, it's I saw few things like the hand. What is it? It's the hand, the walking hand. Very impressive way of putting your greeting, because in India we have greeting with namaste, and we also have namaste, you can say, momentums in our country. So seems very nice.
Calabar is a popular and central meeting place for all who either live around the Atlantic coast or come down for trade or even visit from upcountry. The city has played host to early pioneers, international traders, missionaries, and colonialists. The foundation of modern-day Calabar was laid in the 1880s when it hosted the government of Niger Protectorate, the Southern Protectorate, and later the Oil River Protectorate.
We have quite a lot of tourism attractions in Cross River State. As a matter of fact, we have tourism attractions in all the senatorial districts. From the north, we have the Obudu Mountain Resort. In the central, we have the Bukum Waterfalls. We have the Wildlife Reserve, Buancho. Here in the south, we have TINAPA, we have Marina Resort. Of course, we have the Kwa Falls, we have Mary Slessor House. The people of Cross River and of course Calabar are very hospitable people. They are people that I would say they are content. You know, they are very happy people. Having a very rich cultural background, they spend more time engaging themselves in cultural activities. That's why later on explained that in the 3 senatorial districts, we have cultural activities annually. And beyond that, in different local government, especially in the north, we have the New Yam festivals in every local government of the north. We are consciously trying to enlighten, people, the more, especially citizens, on how patriotic they should be in the first place. Yes, we have these tourism attractions, but how many people in the state, first of all, do visit these attractions? As a ministry, we're trying to collaborate with the Ministry of Education to see how we can have paint books for children for nursery, where you get to sketch our carnival costumes, our tour sites, our cultural buildings. You give a sketch to them and they paint, so let them start having an idea of what we have and appreciate.
The first-time visitor is treated to exciting sights that move from ancient to modern. These beautiful and seemingly innocent marina, for instance, goes down in history as the departure point for over 31% of slaves that left the African shores during the transatlantic slave trade era. The Marina Resort Calabar sits on a great historical site located right at the mouth of the Calabar River. The Marina Resort doubles as both a recreation center and a historical site. Today, the Marina Resort is a preserved historical site and recreation center. Hidden treasures to see and enjoy include the Slave History Museum, speedboat rides, the carousel horse ride, among others. However, if all you want is just to lie down and enjoy the gently blowing breeze as well as a panoramic view of the stunning Calabar River, not to worry, we've got you covered. Welcome to Calabar. Welcome home.
We're about to leave to the Twin City where Mary Slessor lived. We want to go and see the children. I heard the children are still there, 2 men who are now grandfathers. And then I learned there are other animals there to see. We'll see everything. We'll see her bed, where she was, and they'll tell us more about it. So here we go. See you.
This is Twin Village. Here we have another water behind. The place surrounded by water. So why the place is called Twin Village, this is where the twins were kept for safety. We all hear about Mary Slessor, the lady that stopped the killing of twins in Calabar. When she came into Calabar as a missionary, she discovered that killing of children, especially the killing of twins, was very common then in Calabar. So then the rule here in Calabar was that when a woman give birth to twins, the belief was that the twins are from the goddess. So when a woman give birth to twins, they would kill the children and send the woman away from the village. So the same king that used to give this order, the daughter of the king, happened to give birth to twins one day that the king could not stay on the throne and watch his first grandchildren being slaughtered away. So the king ordered the lady Mary Slessor to run away with the twins. So this is the highland she brought them to. With the help of some palace guard and the use of canoe. Canoe is something of that nature there. So they were able to locate this place. So the building you're seeing here was a hut then. When she came, she discovered the hut and believed the hut to be very safe for the 2 boys. Because the first set of things she rescued were 2 boys. So this is the hut where they were kept for safety. Then she gave one Duke and gave that one Henshaw. She named them after the missionary that came with her from Scotland. Right here we have Duketown community in Calabar and also Henshaw community in Calabar. the Duke Town and the Henshaw. So, and we have a lot of descendants of them. People, you know, like Henshaw, the actress. We have our former governor, Mr. Donald Jogi, was one that came and demolished the hut. He built something of this nature, demolished the hut and built. That's why we have the building like this. If we come this way also, we have a lot of pillars inside. They own this highland, they live here. But some of them have their family across, so they stay here for their business. Okay, if we look here right now, we have some pillars. We have a lot of pillars inside. When the Duke came to the highland, they brought the idea of developing the place and make it a tourist center where anybody can come and you want to launch. Like they wanted to be that kind of hotel. So the Henshaws were like, if the Duke should develop the highland, then that everything will belong to the Duke family alone. The land will belong to the Duke alone. So because of the misunderstanding, the Duke could not go ahead with the project.
We, as a state, as a people, God has blessed us with the tourism infrastructure. What is just limited or lacking is the tourism service. For us to increase the tempo of tourism service delivery, ensuring that at the various points, the various attractions, the level of service delivery is heightened so that visitors who come around will enjoy the tourism spirit we possess and what we are offering. For infrastructural endowment, I think the state is blessed with that. The government has fixed that already and they're in place. Nobody is taking that away. The Blue Mountain Resort is intact. The cable car is intact. The facilities at TINAPA, they are intact. The one at Minor Resort, they are intact. It's just the service that we have to work on just a little to be able to get to where we want to be. Because as far as tourism is concerned, we must adapt to tourist demands and requirements at each point. It's not static. What the tourists of yesterday require from us will be different from what the market requires from us tomorrow. So it's to do a consumer tourist survey of what the needs are today or for tomorrow and build into that and offer exactly what they are looking for.
Cross River State is, in its geographical landscape and everything, the life of the people, is a living museum of tourism attraction. And I say this because I know that you cannot finish listing the attractions in Cross River State, even if you spend the next 1 month here. Every day, every time you come out in the street of any part of Cross River State, look north, south, or west, you are going to see some attraction that will interest you, either by the natural fixed attraction that is part of the landscape, or the lifestyles of the people, or even the individuals themselves. Because of their warmth and their smiles, they are all very attractive as a tourism product. And let me add that that is what the world needs to see. That is what the world needs to come down here to experience and have some level of enjoyment as human beings.
Cruising along the rich, expansive regions outside the city metropolis to the north towards the mangrove creeks of Adiabo, you have a rare chance to combine business with pleasure at the ultra-modern resort of TINAPA. Great and dynamic initiative like this has propelled Cross River State to huge international acclaim, especially in the areas of promoting the concept of community ecotourism, a concept that is proven to be the harbinger of hope for tourism, culture, wildlife and ecological harmony alike.
I urge everyone who has never visited Calabar Marina Resort to take a trip down here, and I mean, you will live to be grateful to me for telling you this. It's been awesome, and I learned so many things. There's a great tourist site that everyone in Nigeria, even all over the country, should visit, especially all the indigents, the Nigerians. We should know this. We should know everything that has to do with Calabar. The Marina Resort, the TINAPA is awesome. It's awesome, and here you have the museums. You have everything. You have everything around you.
This is important for us to understand that tourism is an economic sector which ought to be commercially driven, and commerce is driven best by the private sector. The first, and I think the most important challenge we have in tourism, is the death of private sector investment in tourism development and management of tourism sites. And I think that the reason why that is so is also because of the fact that Nigeria as a country has not prioritized tourism. It hasn't placed tourism as a prior economic sector in the economy of Nigeria.
TINAPA is a business and leisure resort located north of Calabar Municipality, Cross River State, Nigeria, associated with the Calabar Free Trade Zone. It was developed in 4 phases under the public-private partnership promoted by the government of Cross River State. An entertainment strip contains a casino, digital cinema, children's arcade, restaurants, a mini amphitheater, a nightclub and pubs. There is an artificial tidal lake that feeds from the Calabar River, a water park and leisure land as well as parking space for 4,000 cars. Business facilities include an open exhibition area for trade exhibitions and other events and a movie production studio commonly called TINAPA Studios.
TINAPA is Nigerian's version of 2 great tourism sites in the world. TINAPA is a mix of Dubai and the Sun City in South Africa. Until you get there, that is when you'll be able to appreciate exactly what TINAPA is. People go to Dubai for shopping, all manner of shops, shopping opportunity is one aspect of TINAPA, which is the business component. But if you also go to the Sun City, you see what is created to as activities that keep people busy on a resort of that nature. You go to TINAPA, you have a couple of such things. There's the water park with all the attractions that you normally find in a good water park. The swimming pool is an Olympic-sized type, and yet we still have the lazy water for lazy canoeing for people who don't know how to swim but just want to splash and roll inside water. So you've got all those things put up there in a place like TINAPA. But very importantly, TINAPA has the studio, the Nollywood studio, that is intended to contribute in promoting the production of high-quality films, especially now that the Nigerian film industry is growing. So they have, everybody in the Nollywood have opportunity to go to TINAPA and use the TINAPA studio at a cost that is definitely going to be less than what they go to get in South Africa or somewhere else in the world. So TINAPA is a whole, if you like, nation of its own, because it's also located within the free trade zone. Okay, so there's the free trade status attached to TINAPA, and it's something that people need to know about and take advantage of as tourists and also as businessmen.
Have you ever been on a monorail? Do you even know what a monorail is? A monorail is simply an elevated rail with a single route that is used to move people. The Calabar monorail is a train with 12 cars, including a 10-seat passenger car and 2 equipment cars as well. The light rail project has 3 stations: TINAPA, TINAPA Lakeside Hotel and the Calabar International Conference Center. The monorail will also allow access to Studio TINAPA, TINAPA Shopping Center and TINAPA Water Park, as well as provide a quick alternative access to the summit hills. While the train has a cruising speed of about 40 kilometers per hour, each of the cars is primed for 7 to 8 passengers, all seated, and the train's length, width as well as height are approximately 38, 1.95 and 2.2 meters respectively. When fully operational, the electricity-powered air-conditioned train with 1.62 meters height approximately in its passenger compartment will provide 24-hour service. One thing I can tell you is, the Calabar monorail ride is exciting, it's fun, and it's safe. Would you like to go on a ride with us?
Wow, so awesome. I'm so happy I experienced it. So glad.
Entered a train that it was so fantastic that I enjoy a lot of fun.
What is required is government purposeful intention to harness these resources by way of creating the enabling environment, first and foremost, the laws, the guidelines, the policies that will make it easy for everybody, be it private sector, personal government, to be able to invest in that business. The second thing that is required is having the real strategic approach, okay, and let the expert develop the right strategies, and then let the government for now be concerned about providing the augmenting and facilitating environment for all these kind of places, which will include like making sure that the access is there.
These treasures and more are what await you in Calabar, the nation's paradise. Whatever your taste, whether you are a historian seeking for the relics of the slave trade or that of a pleasure seeker searching for the romance of this present age, set against the lush, beautiful paradise of the South with colorful places, a warm, friendly and vibrant people, once you have got the Cross River feeling inside you, you will visit again.